So about dopamine and personality, video 3. So the major premise of the Big Five is that the 5 latent factors are present in any sufficiently comprehensive collection of personality assessment. Five major dimensions underlie most variation in human personality, and personality neuroscience should focus on explaining the mechanisms that are responsible for the coherence of these dimensions. For example, let's take extraversion. Extraversion represents the shared variance of diverse traits, those traits being, for example, gregariousness, or assertiveness, or positive emotionality, or excitement seeking. These are examples of extraversion traits. Personality neuroscience needs to explain what these traits have in common in their underlying neurobiological processes. So what is the common point of those traits on a biological basis? Given that the brain controls all behavior, personality traits must be variation in brain functions. A second crucial fact is that traits are organized hierarchically. Near the top, broad regularities in psychological functioning are found. So this is for the top. Narrower traits lower in the hierarchy represent more limited sets of behavior that tend also to vary together. The Big Five is not strictly orthogonal, but there is the existence of 2 higher order personality factors, or metatraits, also evident in genetic correlations. Those 2 metatraits are stability, the metatrait for the shared variance in conscientiousness, agreeableness, and neuroticism reversed, and plasticity for the other 2 domains of the Big Five. One can postulate that they reflect the primary manifestations in personality, individual differences. As for serotonergic and dopaminergic functions, respectively. Serotonergic and dopaminergic functions. But below the Big Five, there are 2 additional levels. The bottom level being the facets, and a more recently discovered level of the personality structure has been between the facets and the Big Five domains. It appeared first in behavioral genetic research, and traits at this level are described as aspects, 2 for each of the Big Five domains. The aspect level of personality structure is important, in part because it is empirically derived, whereas most lists of facets have been rationally derived. So they are a priori, and the aspect domain is empirical. The 10 aspects of the Big Five provide a less arbitrary system than the facets for investigating personality traits below the Big Five. This is a consequence of the fact that they are empirically discovered. And dopamine may influence aspect level traits without influencing the traits above them.